Thanks, geographers. I'm just gonna make a really quick video to show you how to use story maps. Just like the basics, and then you can play around with it with your assignment this week. But it'll take you here to story maps, and then if you haven't created an account, you'll need to do that. But once you have, you just sign in. Um, Sorry if my internet's like slow and takes forever. I don't know what's happening today. Okay, so sign in. And you'll see that I've just have a number of stories here that I've started working on. But you're going to want to just click on this new story. And you can start from scratch if you want. If you've made other story maps, you can do that. But I'm going to suggest to start with this sidecar. It's a little bit easier to use, and you might just get a little bit of an idea for how it works. Yeah, so I'm just going to click on that, and then it's going to open up in a new page with your story. So here, if you want to like have a different design, you can, like maybe you want to change the colors a little bit. Yeah, it's just kind of up to you. I kind of like that. I'm going to have that. Okay, so this is just like my practice and doing Utah political geographies. And then you have a short introduction or subtitle. So the whole point of this assignment is to get you practicing with story maps because this is the format that your final project is going to be in. So you will need all those components for your final projects. But here you can just explain like, I'm going to try to make an amazing story, story map. Woo! Okay. So if you want to add a cover image or video, you can do so. You can just add one. It looks like it's not wanting me, to link media. That's okay. So you can just browse the images that you have on your computer. So that kind of leads me actually to something, just kind of a reminder really quick, is that not sometimes it can be a little clunky, like just right there, and it didn't let me add this image. It's not gonna be exactly like you want it to all the time. This free version doesn't have all the bells and whistles like a paid version does. If you're working on your final project and you're feeling limited, though, you should let me know because I can get you access to the more premium version of it through our UVU licenses. Okay, but so here is where you can kind of think of this as like your slides. You can think of it kind of like a PowerPoint. So this first slide, you're going to write an introduction to the assignment and what you're thinking of doing, how you're using this, what you're thinking you're going to learn. And then over here, you can add an image or you can add a map. And if you want to add a map, it can be some really cool ones. You can just, like maybe for this, you want to say, I'm just going to show you where I live really quick so we can see all these different types of representation that I have. So I'm just going to zoom in to Utah. I'm not going to actually show you where I live, but I'll show you the general area. So making these, you can just kind of make like a general, an area or like a freehand. So I'm just going to say like, I live kind of in this area. Okay. And you can just say like where I live. If you want to change the color to something else that's more pleasing, you can do that. Okay, and then I'm done with this express map. And then when you push done, it should take you back to our project. Okay, so you can just say like, here's the general area I live in, and everything I show you is going to be based on this general area. Okay, so the next thing, I think also you can like, if you want to have your map over on this side, and you would like to have your text over here. I don't know why it keeps saying that, but it saves, I promise. Or if you want to have like a larger text area, a smaller map, those are all choices you can do. Okay, so then you'll see down here that this is kind of your slide. So you want to add your next slide. And if you go back to the assignment here, you'll see, okay, my next one are my local elected officials. Oh my gosh, where did that go? I think it's there. So, okay, local elected officials. And you'll want to do the same thing. You can add a map, or you can add a picture of them and then have your text here. So the text area is, you can think of that as like where your assignment is going. Okay, so then you'll add a few more slides here. I think I have like 6 things that I'm wanting you to look at for these. So I wanted to show you, just briefly that. And then I also wanted to show you a little bit more of the map features. So I showed you how you can do this express map, but what's really cool is the living atlas maps. So these are maps that are made by Esri, which is this company that makes story maps. And how you can use these is like if you just kind of scroll through, and there's a lot of them. So you might look at like, this is just like what's popular right now. If you're doing like a study on earthquakes or something, maybe you want to look at environment, or if you're looking at water resources or something, like spend a little time on this, see what kind of maps are here. And then once you find one, I'm going to show you how to add it to your story. So sometimes this can take a little bit longer too. Okay, I'm gonna kind of skip ahead, but once you see a map you like, you just click the star down here, and that'll add it to your favorites. So then if you click over here to favorites, it'll show you some of the, like what you've starred. So I'm just gonna add this one. Even it doesn't have anything to do with what we're doing, but I just thought it was a cool map. So I'm going to add this to my story. So yeah, it doesn't have anything to do with elected officials, but I just wanted to show you how to browse through some of the story maps that are in there and then add some to your favorites, and that's going to be actually like a second part of your assignment this week. But there's so many cool maps already in there. So that's it. And then you're going to want to end with a conclusion slide. And then if you want to like preview your story, you just click preview and you're like, oh, this is cool. This is what it's going to look like. Okay, awesome. And then you can go back to editing your story, and then you're going to want to publish it. And you're going to want to make sure it's set to everyone when you turn it in, because you're going to share the link with me and you're going to share the link with your group members. So make sure you click everyone so your story will be publicly available. Okay, so that's our practice number 1. Thank you.